the valve gap, and I'm going to show you in the video. I recapped the gap because it was like, I think the exhaust, the intake gap looked okay, so I just left it alone. But the exhaust was like 3/1000ths of an inch, so what I did was I figured that's too close. Probably why the engine just could barely run like that, but it did run, so that could have been a problem. So I went ahead and fixed that, so I got 10/1000ths of, at least 10/1000ths of a gap in there now. Okay, so that's one thing I did. The second thing I did was I wasn't sure if it was a carburetor. Maybe it's, you know, not sucking enough gas or something. Okay, so I took out the carburetor, took off the needle valves and everything I could take apart from the carburetor, fill a can, fill the bucket of gas, and put the carburetor in the gas for like a day and a half. Okay, so that's two things I've done. And then the third thing I did was I said, well, it could be the spark. Maybe the spark is not strong enough for this engine to be running good. Okay, maybe it's just a weak spark. Okay, so I went ahead and searched the internet. This engine's got a condenser, so I couldn't find a condenser for this engine because this engine is made in Japan. But you know, to get the exact condenser to this engine, I probably could have got it, but I probably would end up paying quite a bit for it. Okay, so what I did was a condenser is a condenser. That's what I was thinking. The main reason they say it's for this engine is because it's going to fit in that screw that holds it on there. It's going to fit in that. It's going to fit in the shore block. It's going to fit in the engine block and everything. Perfect. But basically, a condenser is a condenser. It does the same thing. So the condenser, this engine probably 50 years old, you know, maybe. So I went ahead and got a new condenser, and it's a TECUMSEH condenser. I believe it was good for up to at least 10 horse. I got TECUMSEH. It's a TECUMSEH. And what I did was, it came with this part. I cut that part off. Okay, and I used my crimping tool. This is what I did was I cut that off and I crimped all the wires together. Basically, this is off my old condenser. Okay, so basically, now this condenser is a little smaller in width and in length. Okay, so what I did was I drilled a hole right here. Okay, and then I screwed it where this one went. You see, I screwed it into I drilled a hole, I put a screw in there and screwed it to the engine. I went ahead and recapped it because the spark did look kind of weak even after I put the condenser on there. I recapped it to 14/1000ths, the points for the spark that goes to the condenser. I recapped it at 14/1000ths, and then it didn't look real strong of a spark. But man, when I tried turning this thing off, I ran it at nighttime. I'm turning it off with a screwdriver now. Okay, so I'm turning it off with a screwdriver and I could see it just sparking. It was really putting out a lot of electricity. So okay, so I'm going to show you how to do my double hack. So this old engine I got from the trash, it's not worth spending a lot of time on it, or I don't really want to take off the head and buy a new head gasket. I don't want to spend no time with it. So basically, but before I trash it, I'm going to go ahead and get the clearance on the valves. Okay, so what I did was, instead of taking it all apart and grinding the valves out and checking the clearance, so I only had like 3/1000ths clearance on this valve. Okay, so what I did was I took the spring out and I'm using this. Basically, I can't, if I had something to hold it up, I had something earlier. I just did hold it with my hand maybe. I turn this around and you find where these valves are sitting, where they're completely closed or not open at all. You might have to turn that around a few times, find that and check it. Okay, so when they're completely closed, you can check the gap. And so I checked it, it was about 4. So instead of taking this whole engine completely apart, you know, I have to take the head gasket off. It's been, you know, quite a while doing it, you know, and then I got to buy a new head gasket, which I don't know, about $10 maybe, or $15, maybe $20 by the time they get it shipped here. So I didn't want to do all that. I don't want to spend any money with this cheap engine. So what I'm going to do, these valve clearance, I want to increase the clearance on this without taking off the head. So this is how I did it. I'm going to show you right now, if I can find. You want to go ahead and take the spring out. You can push on the screwdriver and stuff to take that out if you don't have a valve spring compressor tool. So basically I'm going to just give you a quick way of how I did it. Then use one of these tools I have from Harbor Freight and have a little grinder on the end of it. Okay, so right now that's not tight. You want to make sure that it's tight. But I'm going to just show you how I did it. You want to make sure that it's tight in there. Okay, which this is not tight. But with that being tight, you hold this up and you turn this thing on. You put that in there. And I'm really not doing a good job now because that's not tight, but you go maybe just back and forth a little bit in the circular motion. So it's really not, this thing's got to be a lot tighter than that. So, but do that, okay, turn the valve a little bit, okay, do the same thing, turn it on, hold it up. See, I've already done it, so I'm just showing you how I did it. Okay, kind of go hold it up there with something, or something like this, and you might want to find a way to hold it up. Turn this on and go, just go maybe back and forth in a little bit of a circular motion. Okay, a little bit, okay, and then turn the valve maybe about half a turn or a quarter turn and do it again. So the idea of turning the valve is you want to get it nice and level in there as much as you can. Okay, so once you get that done, you can hold this down, and for instance, I have, see here, keep losing my filler gauges. Here's a 10 thousandths. Okay, so I notice with holding that down with my fingernail, 10 thousandths, it's a little bit of resistance, it's tight. Okay, that's 10 thousandths, as you can see. I don't know if you can see that or not. Now, I got 13 here, 13 right there, 0.33 millimeters. Okay, so I'll hold it down and see if that'll go in there. So that's not going in there. That's 13 is not, will not fit. Okay, so we know 10 fits. What do I do with a 10? We tried 10. It's a good, it's about set at 10 with a, you know, nice and snug. So if we take an 8, this should go in there easy, no problem. This is 8 thousandths of an inch. Oh, see, that goes in there nice and easy. So it's set at 10. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put it together, and also this is another hack. I learned this on eBay. It wasn't me that invented this. Basically, what I took was some pliers. I just squeeze this up like this, put these in there and tighten it. Actually, I had some, I guess you call them channel locks, the type of plier. And I squeeze that down and just pull these down. Squeeze a little bit, tighten it, squeeze a little bit and tighten it, and you come up with this. Now, we can, I want to clean it out a little bit in here before I do this, but we can put this in there and put that back on. That doesn't look like it's going to work at all. Okay, I'm just going to have to try it. Okay. I think I have it.
find out where the slot is on that thing. See, now I think I see it. See, there it is. So I need to push it that way. Keep my hand on it so it doesn't fall off. Okay. Doesn't look like it caught. Huh. See there. I thought I had it. See, it might be caught. It might be caught. I have to get that back one out. Okay, still filming here? Yeah, we're still filming. I'll cut this one right here. Okay. Hopefully I won't pull it out. I won't pull it off the spring. Okay, now is there anything else in there? I think that's good. I don't know. I don't even remember taking out the other one. What? Looks like it's working. Let's see. Man, that is tighter, a lot tighter than it's only got six. Only got 6 thousandths on it. That's better than what it was. At least I think it is. I might have to take that down some more. Here's my other part. It's only got 6 thousandths on there. Oh wait, now that might not be dead. The cylinder might not be in the correct place. Okay, this intake. Right. Oh, shocking! Right there should be compression. So sometimes you gotta pull it around a little bit. You got it there. Okay, intake. Looks like it's exhaust. Now it's sucking in gas. Now probably at the top. Okay, yeah, so that is a good 6 thousandths, that's easy. How about 8? I got 8 on there, yes. Yes, I'm happy. Okay, so we will just start this thing, put it back together, and pull it and see if it starts up.
Going to see what it can do. Okay?
Okay, so here it is. I already got my plug plugged in. Of course, this is a cold engine. It's not hot. It's hot from the sun, maybe. So I did reconnect this. Let me see. So that looks like it's actually in the off. Put that in the on position. So these wires right here, I didn't like the idea of them being loose like that around the gas tank. And there's the gas tank. I don't know if you can see in there. You can probably see in there now better. Get out of the sun there. If you can see in there or not. You keep getting in your sun. Anyway, that's the gas tank. Got cleaned up pretty good. Okay, so it's cold engine. We'll see what happens. I'll go ahead and choke it. Here's the carburetor. I cleaned it up. Got it looking a lot better. Got my. I had to make a governor here. So I guess I'm just guessing that this is the right length and everything. So this thing right here. Okay. So let's give it a pull. Start right up. Okay, so I got the choke off of it. You see that wheel rev up. Okay, so let's just go ahead and give it a try. Because if a hurricane comes or something, now this cord is probably too long. It's got to be taking some amps off it because this is a 100-foot cord. Okay. Anyway, got to plug in the air conditioner. Let's see what happens. Let's see if my repairs worked or what. We'll give it a try. Here it goes. Compressor went on. Feels like it's cooling. It's running. It's still running. You know, wasn't going to, you know, wasn't going to just, you know, I needed to, I wasn't sure about it, you know, that, look, it's putting along nice. It does look like, it does look like it might be revving a little faster with that extra load to it, but hey man, it's pounding the AC. Yeah, it's cold coming out of that compressor. It's definitely running. I don't know if you can see that, but it's definitely cooling. So wow, man. Now I'm not going to push my luck on it. If I need it, I know it's working. I can plug it into a refrigerator, you know, or that. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, bye now.